I want to get rid of one of the kick drums here before this section, just to introduce the next section of the arrangement. So let's copy everything over now besides the bass pad. So let's do something like that. Okay, we want the hats to be a bit louder. So let's see the hats. And we have the hats at number 17 in the mixer. So let's go to the mixer here. And I think that was the snare roll as well. So let's assign it to number 19. And now you can see, because I didn't name anything in the mixer, now you can see it's a mess, you know, because you can't really find, you don't know what this is. So you always have to look at the channel rack to see what instrument is assigned to what channel in the mixer. And I did this on purpose because I wanted to show you how messy it can be in FL Studio if you're not assigning your tracks to the sample. Okay, so we have number 19 here for the hats. So let's get back to the mixer. Number 19. This can be too loud. Let's see. Yes, it is. And we had our grass beat in the snare roll, so that shouldn't be there, but it should be on our hat section. So let's go to the grass beat, preset, sidechain. I think the sidechain is too deep for the hats. So something like that. Let's lower the volume on the snare roll. We also want to cut the snare roll a bit just before this section. All right, so let's copy over the last section. So we can just move it like that because this is going to be our last section in this arrangement. So it's basically the same thing here, and let's see if they added on some more besides the hats. No, that's it basically. So as you can see, this track is very, very, very simple. It's nothing that I would like release or anything like that. It's just to show you how easy you can create different ideas, just throwing in samples, just assigning them to the mixer like that. And yeah, as you can see, it's so easy to create different ideas in FL Studio. The only thing that I think FL Studio lacks a bit is with the arrangement, because you can create different stuff in the arrangement, and I have a lot of experience with different digital audio workstations. I really like the way you arrange stuff in Logic Pro 10, but that is Mac only, and I mean, there are different stuff in FL Studio that I really like and that I don't like in Logic, for instance. So this big digital audio workstation debate that is out there, which one is the best one, you know? And I think all of the different digital audio workstation has their own like good stuff and bad stuff, good sides and bad sides. And yeah, the piano roll in FL Studio, for instance, I think is the best piano roll out there of all of the digital audio workstations. And there are some different talks within like forums and Reddit and different stuff that FL Studio lacks in quality for some reason if you compare it to other digital audio workstation. And I heard a lot that Logic has the best quality or sound quality or something like that. And I would disagree on this because, you know, there are a lot of different producers that uses FL Studio. The big one, for instance, Avicii, that unfortunately isn't with us anymore, but he did create all of his monster hits with FL Studio. And that is with FL Studio, with the basic tools that I'm showing you here. And of course, he has a lot of projects that are like very professionally done. And this is because he's sitting there with his computer and FL Studio all day long, all night long. That is how he developed his process with producing these monster hits on FL Studio. But I'm just showing you that the potential of FL Studio is very huge. You can create big projects for FL Studio. You don't have to own another digital audio workstation like Logic or Ableton or other stuff like that. FL Studio is a monster of quality when it comes to produce music. That's I think one of the best out there. For producing music, I like FL Studio and I like Ableton if you're on a Mac, but still FL Studio works on a Mac now. It's a native Mac application as I'm using Mac, and you can see it works exactly like on Windows. Okay guys, so that was it for this lecture and for this course. I hope you liked this course, and let's see you in the next one.